And I want to ask the city, why don't they have a rent cap, or a cap on rent? We just got hit with a 40% increase on our rent. I mean, that's unheard of. 40%. I hate to say this, but I'm elderly, right? And I'm on a fixed income. 40% is a steep increase. And this is Park Monterey. This is Hawaiian market. They have treated our place like they are a slumlord. He is a slumlord. And you guys keep rewarding him with other projects. I'm sorry, Mayor, I met you a couple months ago, and you said you were trying to help us, which I liked it. And you said that there was nothing you can do. Yes, there is. You can deny these developers that are treating your constituents like crap, right? There's two of them. There's one that owns City Paradise Mobile Park Home, and ours. They're treating us horrible, and you guys keep rewarding them. They own all Garvey now. They're buying up everything, and what else can we do? I mean, we got a 40% increase, and our living conditions have diminished horribly. We don't have electricity. We have 440 amps for the whole trailer park. You can't run an air conditioner and microwave at the same time. Which is, we've complained, Dave Mars has complained to the state a lot of times, and now they're finally starting to do something where they have to July to fix it, or they're gonna lose their permit. Yay, somebody did something. But it's like the city won't do anything because the state tells them they can't, and the state won't do anything because they're just incompetent. So we have sewage. The owners are the worst that I've ever seen. I own a home in Covina. I've moved over here 20 years ago when my dad got sick, and I have never ever in my life seen such horrible ownership. I own my trailer, so I have to fix my own stuff. Yes, I'm affected by electricity, I'm affected by the roads, but I gotta look, when we had the old news stations out there, I gotta look inside the trailers, and it was horrible. The rain's leaking through the ceiling, there's holes in the roof, there's mold, and they're calling the owners, and the owners aren't doing anything. They won't spend a dime at this place. But yet, give them another project, right? They built 63 condos right next to us. There's a wall separating Monterey Park and Rosemead, right? 63 condos. They rented that, and they've been available for months now, and there's 3 that are rented. Yet they want to take our place and put condos there, right? They're not going to be able to sell them.
Can you, last sentence please, because your time is up? Yeah, just one last sentence.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be able to sell these condos. They're going to have to rent them. And you're going to allow that, slumlords to rent that many condos to people?
Thank you.
So it's infuriating to know that all of the tenants of Park Monterey are being actively displaced as we speak. These tenants have been offered no assistance, no relocation funds, or any help as they are facing no-fault evictions due to the neglect from the landlords of their parks. Mobile home parks are some of the last standing 100% affordable housing sites left in the city and the region, and these sites have become increasingly unaffordable for the working class and elderly folks living in the parks, both Park Monterey and Paradise Trailer Park. And the abhorrent conditions these good people are being subjected to because of the impending development along Garvey Avenue and in your city as a whole on these sites is quite disturbing. The residents of Park Monterey have been facing neglect and a lack of maintenance from their landlord, insane rent increases of up to 67%, unit flooding, improper waste disposal across the park, and most disheartening, no-fault evictions. It is due to the landlord's code violations that dozens of families are being displaced, and as the elected officials and leaders of this city, we ask you to take action and support your residents of Park Monterey by providing funds, assistance, and relocation plans, and for the residents of Paradise Trailer Park who are yet to be evicted, we ask you to hold the landlord of this site accountable to keep the trailer park up to code and maintained properly so that they don't face evictions like the folks at Park Monterey are facing now. Please do your part for the safety and well-being of the residents that you represent. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here today in solidarity with Rosemead Tenants Union. Even though my dad, he is a Vietnamese refugee and was able to buy his first house here in Rosemead in 1988. And today I was just talking to him about, how he felt. Like he's retired, he's fixing stuff around the house, how he felt about retirement. And talking to him made me realize how much times have changed, where he worked 7 days a week as a janitor to be able to afford me safe, affordable housing today. And I continue to live in Rosemead because I love the working class immigrant community here. It's so rare to find a place like this in California, much less America. I see that my neighbors over at Paradise Trailer Parks and Park Monterey are at risk of eviction. They are continually victims of health code violations and mismanagement. And it really pains me to see that this city, this council, prioritize private development and money over caring for all your Rosemead residents. I'm here today to advocate for safe, affordable housing for all residents of Rosemead, and to voice my opposition to the Garvey redevelopment plan that seeks to displace hundreds of people along Garvey Avenue. So please continue today to listen carefully to voices from all over, like LA County, for people who have seen this same displacement happen elsewhere, and residents that are here to tell you about what they're going through. So thank you for this time.
Thank you. I believe it's, how was it again?
Ocariz.
Ocariz, okay. Jonathan Ocariz.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Ocariz, a resident of Rosemead and a supporter of the Rosemead Tenants Union. I'm here to share the issues that tenants of Park Monterey and Paradise Park deal with, which include at Paradise Trailer Park, one tenant doesn't have running water and has yet to have it fixed. And park management said they would fix all the potholes on the road within 60 days. And we are 2 weeks away from that deadline, both of which are in violation of Civil Code Section 1941.1. Residents were hit with an 11 to 67% rent increase, which is a violation of Civil Code Section 1947.12, which states that landlords cannot raise rent more than 10% or 5% plus the percentage change in the cost of living, whichever is lower over a 12-month period. Tenants have reported harassment and threats of retaliation, such as being evicted simply for expressing their issues they have, which is a violation of Civil Code Section 1942.5. Landlords have lacked transparency on utility costs, which is a violation of Civil Code Section 1940.9, and the upfront price and fee transparency, Assembly Bill 1248, Civil Code Section 1950.2. Something to note is that Polly Lowe, Stephen Light, and Sean Dang took thousands of dollars from landlords of Park Monterey's landlords. Polly Lowe and Stephen Light were on the committee that made gas, which saw Park Monterey be rezoned for future mixed-use development. Sean Dang was on the planning commission when gas was being developed. These facts may be why there has been zero action on holding these landlords accountable, and we residents demand of the Rosemead City Council to do their job and enforce the law. We want the city council to move forward with the action to write letters to the landlords to stop violating health code violations. And to get into the specifics, since I have some time, just remind everyone of the donations that these council members got. Polly Lowe took another $1,500 from Hawaii Supermarket in 2019, a year after gas was approved. $2,500 from Hawaiian Market in March 4th, 2019. $5,000 from San Garvey Investments on March 1st, 2019. And all these donations are showing that they are serving the interests of the landlords and not of tenants. And we should be prioritizing housing over profit. If we want to live in a civilized country, we should be prioritizing habitable living. Thank you.
They would love to evict every resident just to make a profit, and they've already successfully removed half of Park Monterey's population. I've resided in Rosemead all of my life, and I love both the home and city I live in. I would hate to be taken advantage of and pressured to leave the place I cherish, all so someone else can turn a profit. No one should have to experience this, and I hope that you agree with me. I hope that you'll help your constituents, the residents of Park Monterey, in fighting for better living conditions and their ability to live affordably. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Roberto Hernandez?